Welcome back, lovelies. I am Volpinx, and to recap from the last video, I had gone through the whole spiel, the war speech, gone to Redcliffe, the Darkspawn are coming, and now we've reached to a point where we are at the Fort Dracon in Denerim. We've beaten the warlords. We've gone through the whole scenario, and now we're at the top of Fort Dracon, going to kill the Archdemon, the dragon who is consumed by the Darkspawn blood. So let us begin. All right, we are going to resume. We're just at the top of the tower, and then I called it quits in the last video, of course. Yes, Grey Warden died. I forgot about him. He died when he was trying to get the Archdemon to land. So we're on, it says the second floor, but then we're going to the rooftop. Let's throw my other earbud in. Eamon is here? Someone keep that man alive. Oh, we have first Enchanter Irving. We've lost Eamon. Can we revive him? They had to fix her face there. That was a horrendous looking face. There's Tegan.
And then it was over. With the Archdemon dead, the Darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come, but the blight had been ended before it had truly begun. Ferelden had been saved, and the entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its new king. Grey Wardens stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
Indeed, what cost did I do? Throughout my journey as a noble rogue.
My friends, we are gathered to celebrate those responsible for our victory. Of those who stood against the Darkspawn siege of Denerim, there is one in particular who deserves commendation. The one who led the final charge against the Archdemon remains with us still. An inspiration to all she saved that day. Ladies and gentlemen, may I formally present my betrothed, who will soon be your queen.
That's nice.
My friend, it is hard to imagine how you could have aided Ferelden more. I think it only appropriate that I return the favor. As a reward, and as an engagement present, I offer you a boon of your choice.
Ooh. Well, the house I've already... They've paid enough. The main guy was, Brendan Howe? I think that's what his name is. Alright, so let's go with the sacrifices of the Grey Warden should not be forgotten again.
Now that's a very good point. I think we can begin with a monument here in Denerim, dedicated to the Grey Wardens who have fallen. Duncan, Riordan, all of them. And it is high time some scholars were collected to learn more about the Darkspawn. We'll face them again, with the dwarves as well as here. Let it also be known that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arl Howe, is now granted to the Grey Wardens. There they can rebuild, following the example of those who went before them. So what are your plans? I assume with the wedding you will be remaining in Ferelden.
I think he'll need my help. I don't know yet. We'll see. Yeah, we'll go with the first one. I think he'll need my help.
Well, I didn't want to come right out and say it, but I'm relieved you'll be nearby. There's a group of Ferelden citizens waiting outside to get a look at their hero. I suggest you make at least a brief appearance before they storm the gate. Just tell the guard at the door when you're ready.
Is that Shale in the background? Oh, there's Shale.
So it survived after all. My impression that all creatures made of flesh were hopelessly squishy was, premature.
You're right, but most people are.
No doubt. It has proven to me, however, that fleshiness does not automatically mean squishiness. It has made me revise my opinion of its kind, my kind. I am, or at least was, a dwarf. A creature of flesh. I have to keep reminding myself that. In fact, I think I may even try to become one again.
Oh my goodness. Come again?
Wynn has offered to accompany me to Tevinter to speak with the mages there. The Circle of Minrathrus has the largest collection of arcane knowledge in Thedas. If it is possible to reverse this process, then the knowledge to do so will be there, or that is my hope. And if not, then I will keep looking. I have nothing if not time, yes?
I suppose that's true.
I intend to return eventually, unless I finally decide to destroy all pigeons everywhere. That may take a while, but otherwise I will come back. If it happens to one day see a tiny little dwarf who appears very nervous of being squished, that will be me. Until then, I wish it well. You have been a fine friend.
Oh, so sweet. Too sweet. There's press the button. There's all Eamon.
It is over. I can barely believe it. You stopped the Civil War and then defeated the Blight. On behalf of Ferelden, allow me to say thank you. It truly cannot be said enough.
It was a close call. You were lucky.
Well, let's not tell the masses just yet. As far as they're concerned, you saved the day without breaking a sweat. Let them have that. It's good that you're staying here in the capital. The hero of Ferelden will have influence, and there is much to be done. Myself, I will be remaining here to help Alistair. Tegan will take over the rule of Redcliffe, at least for the time being. Connor seems well enough, and Isolde refuses to speak of what happened. She says she never wants to go back. I cannot thank you enough for saving them. They are the joy of my existence. Tell me, have you noticed anything strange about the lad? He seems quiet.
Consider what he's been through.
You are no doubt correct. It is my imagination, I am sure. But here I am rambling on. I shall let you get back to your celebration, Warden. Enjoy it while you can.
Fergus?
When I heard that my little sister was not only a Grey Warden, but also leading Ferelden into battle, I was surprised, to put it mildly. Father, he would have been so proud of you. I know I am. You've done good.
What happened to you, Fergus?
I never made it to the battle at Ostagar. We were still scouting in the wilds when we were attacked by a party of Darkspawn. Most of my men were killed. I woke up 2 weeks later in a chastened hut, wounded and feverish. By the time I was able to sneak out of the wilds, you were already marching to Denerim. I tried to get word to High Ever. You can imagine what happened, I suppose.
I'm sorry about Orin and Orina. Orina?
Yes, I'm trying not to think too much about them. Hal was a greedy, traitorous bastard. I just wish I'd been there to help you kill him. At least Amaranthine now belongs to the Grey Wardens. There's some justice in that, I think. I need to go back to High Ever. See if I can clean up the mess Hal made of it. I will see you soon, I hope.
Of course you will.
Good. High Ever won't be the same without everyone around. Take care of yourself, you hear? Or I'll find you and nag you like Mother did until you're ready to tear out your hair.
I did not miss that. Oh, Liliana.
So here we are. The conquering heroine has won the day, and now she takes her bow and exits the stage. A fine ending.
Should be taking a bow with me.
And my part was small. I'm happy to watch you receive the accolades. It's quite fun. You know, I can't help now but think of my vision. The Maker sent me to help you, and look what you did. It's a miracle. It truly is. You should know. I'm thinking of going back to Orlais for a while, to find Marjolaine. I don't know how long I'll be gone.
Do you need help?
No. This is something I need to do on my own. Perhaps we will see each other when I return. I look forward to it. Until then, be well. May the Maker watch over you.
Oh, there's a win. Who's closest? I think Zephyrin is closest.
I will be relieved when all this pomp and ceremony is done. Such events are perfect opportunities for assassins, after all. I can't help but expect the crows to appear at any moment, which would be a welcome break, mind you.
You think the crows will still come after you?
Eventually. With Taliesin dead, it may take them time to figure out what has happened, but they are like the tides, predictable. You know, it does occur to me that staying in one place is only going to invite the crows to find me that much quicker. While fun, that might eventually get complicated. You said earlier that you are planning on remaining here. Is that true?
Anything could happen, I suppose.
And if I said I was thinking of moving on, seeing the sights, meeting new people and killing a few?
It might be safer if you go. You can go if you come back.
This is true. If I happen to return on occasion with a string of crows behind me, be a good friend and kill them for me, yes? Yes, I think that will work, sad as I am to part company. Well then, I suppose I shall be leaving soon. Perhaps Parvolen. The Canari are pleasant folk, I hear. I hope fate decrees we meet again. Bon niviati, as we say back home. Drink well and be merry. Life is good.
The hero of Ferelden. My. How does it feel?
Well deserved.
I suppose it is at that. A blight defeated with the other nations barely becoming aware. Who could ask for better?
I wonder how long the love will last. Ooh! Ooh! Absolutely true.
I'm glad not to be on the receiving end of all this attention myself. I say, let the young have their fame. Not that I've gone without notice. Irving asked me to take over as first Enchanter, but I don't wish to go back. Not after all this. Instead, I've decided to travel. Shale has expressed a desire to go to Devinter to look into a way to regain her mortality. And I will join her.
That sounds like fun.
I understand you are remaining in Denerim, so we will likely see each other a great deal. I look forward to it. For now, I imagine the hero of Ferelden still has much to do. Good luck.
Oh, there's Orgrin. And we've got my dog with Sten.
Humans have a better taste for spirits than I thought. The ale up here is actually good. Orzammar ale tastes like dirt in comparison. Probably because they put dirt in it. Go figure.
You think he might go back to Orzammar?
I don't know. Maybe eventually. I got offered a spot in the human army. And not as a mascot either. You know, these humans aren't bad for all their long legs.
They need some cannon fodder, I take it.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You are a funny, funny woman. Ah, well, enough babbling. That pot-bellied son of a whore Tegan said I'd pass out before drinking an entire barrel of pickle juice. I aim to prove him wrong.
Well, don't ever change.
Who, me? It's been good traveling with you, Warden. Don't get lost in the shuffle now.
Yeah, and don't get lost in your farts. My goodness.
It is good to see you again, Kadan. These people, they call you hero. It is a strange word, but I think I understand its meaning. The Arishok on occasion has declared a Kunari to be Kunoran Vel, one who serves as an example to others. Such examples are always made after their death, however, a death in service to the Kyun. A living Kunoran Vel would be too proud.
Nothing wrong with a little pride.
I would argue, had you not ended a blight. For such an accomplishment, there may be allowances. What the human custom has in common with our own is that the declaration of a Kunoran Vel is a cause for much celebration. It is one of few occasions when the Kunari are permitted to engage in revelry. There is imbibing of spirits, public chanting, meditations abandoned. It is madness.
It would be quite a sight.
It is
Interesting. It can take days for the Ben Hasrath to restore order. There may even be executions. I suppose I should tell you. I have decided to return to my people. Your quest is done, and thus so is my reason for accompanying you.
That's a long trip home.
Yes. It will be difficult to travel alone, after so much time spent with companions. It must be said, you found my sword and gave me a chance to restore my honor. I owe you a great debt.
I will collect that one day. I will do that. You owe me nothing. You helped me as well. It's been good.
It has. That one of the Baz, a foreigner, would become known as Kadan to me. Unthinkable. Yet here it is. Perhaps I shall see you again one day. Until then, may you always find the path you seek. Farewell, Kadan.
There's my dog, which I can't really click. I think that's everyone. No? Feels like everyone.
Are you ready, my lady? The crowds outside are getting restless.
Yes. Let's go.
Right. I'll take you there now. Follow me.
In the months that followed his coronation, Alistair proved to be a popular king, if largely unwilling to involve himself in matters of governing. He traveled often, making appearances in town throughout Ferelden to the great delight of the commoners. He referred to him as a king with a common touch, even if a few knew it was a simple aversion to life at court. Aww. I married King Alistair in a lavish ceremony 6 months after his coronation, becoming the princess consort of Ferelden. The two toured the nation soon afterwards, and people were ecstatic to see how the king adored his new bride. News that the Urn of Sacred Ashes has been found in Ferelden did not spread outside the Chantry until Brother Genetivi made an announcement several months after the defeat of the Darkspawn. The manuscript detailing his research and his experience with Andraste's cult drew huge interest among scholars throughout Thedas. Some years later, the Chantry announced that the resting place of Andraste's ashes had indeed been found. They were located, however, in the ruins that were also the lair of the High Dragon, thus proving too dangerous to approach. Many made demands to secure the ashes so that the followers could undertake pilgrimages. Pilgrimages. I have a bubble in my nose. Pilgrimages. I don't understand. Okay. Pilgrimage to partake of their healing powers. Oh my goodness. I couldn't even get past the word. Following numerous failed attempts to deal with the dragon, the beast finally flew off to find another haven, but leaving the mountaintop sanctum in ruins. The excavation found no traces of the urn. People began to doubt that the ashes had ever been found, while others claimed that the cult of Andraste's followers stole them from the temple. Still, others say that the master himself removed the urn, deeming mankind unworthy of it. For now, what happened to the urn is simply unknown. Good thing I left that dragon. Following months of effort, the Tower of the Circle of Magi was finally cleansed of the last spirits that slipped through the veil. No further abominations were created, and the first Enchanter Irving was pleased to declare the circle saved. All that could be saved had been. With the slavers shut down in the alienage, the lot of the city-born elves improved for a time. The new king even named the local elder to his personal court. A scandal among the humans, but a sign of new hope to the elves. Shiani continued to be an outspoken member of the alienage community. in time became the new elder. That outspokenness earned her frequent trouble but served her people well. Arl Eamon remained in Denerim for some time, acting as chancellor and chief advisor to King Alistair. Tegan ruled over Dreadcliff in his stead and was surprised to find himself well loved by the villagers, who were still grateful for the nights he spent defending their lives. In time, Eamon abdicated in favor of his brother, an event the locals greeted with approval and enthusiasm. The Dalish elves prospered after the siege of Denerim, have earned much respect for their part in the battle. For once, human lands welcomed the wandering folk. The new keeper, Linnea, was respected both amongst the Dalish as well as the Ferelden court. She was a voice of reason, and other Dalish clans could turn to her to help resolve disputes with human folk. In time, many of the Dalish clans moved to the new lands provided for them in the south near Ostagar. Wary of their human neighbors, however, tensions soon rose again, and only Keeper Linnea's leadership kept peace alive. In Orzammar, King Haramont found himself in a protracted battle against Balin's rebellion that left him unable to gain the stability he needed. The clan lords objected to many of his measures in the assembly, only his efforts to increase the dwarves' isolation from the surface met with any success. In time, Haramont's health began to fail. Some claimed it was poison, while others said it was a flagging spirit. Either way, after the protracted illness, the king finally passed away. The wrangling in the assembly for a successor began almost immediately. Brother Burkle's new chantry in Orzammar drew a surprising number of converts among the dwarves. They quickly attracted a great deal of anger from more conservative quarters, and before long the assembly severely restricted the Astarians' rights. Brother Burkle resisted and was slain while being arrested during a peaceful demonstration in the Commons. The assembly claimed it was an accident, but news of the resulting riots reached the chantry on the surface, and where the divine even contemplated on a new exalted march. Ooh. Dwarf mage Dagna ultimately completed her studies at the rebuilt tower. Eventually, she published a comprehensive theory of how lyrium vapors relate to the supply of magic. It gained a great deal of attention. Although the Anvil of the Void was destroyed, rumors about its location crept into Orzammar. Years later, thanks to the defeat of the Darkspawn on the surface, a few determined smiths managed to locate the anvil's remains. They examined the ruins of the anvil, and upon returning to Orzammar of their findings, convinced the Shaperit to attempt to recreate Caridin's research. A new golem was created, bound with a spirit taken from the Fade. That's dangerous. Golem immediately went insane. Called it before I even read this. Killing several Shapers before it was destroyed. The research was banned, extensively dangerous, and sealed away. The whispers of its existence circulated throughout Orzammar. However, the demand among the Smith caste to reopen Caridin's research refused to abate. As good as her... There it is. It was Morrigan we were missing. As good as her word, Morrigan disappeared once the Archdemon was slain. Someone of Morrigan's description was seen traveling alone months later, heading west through the Frostback Mountains, and she may even have been with child. As for Volpinx's companions, they went their separate ways. Alistair remained in Denerim with his love for a time, much to Queen Honora's discomfort. He was eventually called to the far-off fortress of Weissenhat, the home of the Grey Wardens, and swore he would return to his love's side soon. As the blighted lands began to heal, the Grey Wardens slowly rebuilt the order in Amaranthine. They discovered that the fight against the Darkspawn was not yet complete, although the Horde was rooted and had dissolved upon the Archdemon's death. Many of the more powerful Darkspawn survived to organize roving warbands that preyed both upon the land and upon each other. These warbands spread havoc and have even journeyed west to Orlais or crossed the Shiny Sea by the deep roads. They proved incredibly difficult to wipe out, and these are the tales yet to be told. This tale ended when Volpinx sank her blade into the Archdemon's head and destroyed it forever. It was not the last that Ferelden would hear of her, however, and we have the credits. And that being said about the Dragon Age Origins, I will be continuing on into the Dragon Age Awakening. Maybe with the same character. Who knows? I might actually continue with the same character. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Au revoir, auf Wiedersehen.